Hello, everybody. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. What's up, Shy? How you doing over there on the IG? Hanging out as you do. If you guys can, go on and click that like button, the subscribe button, the share button, and the exit button. Okay, don't click the exit button just yet. Give me a little bit more time. Give me an opportunity to entertain you if I can. If you will, give me a little bit of a shot. Give me a little bit of a shot, please. Shy said, "You made me cry when I saw this pic." The bloody face one. Why? Why would that make you cry? Don't be so sensitive. Don't be so sensitive. Because guess what? I'm not. I'm fine. I'm A-okay. You can't even see the scar. Maybe you can see the scar. It's a little discoloration right there at the top. You can probably see it. So it looks like a stripe over my nose. I think that's what we got here. Hey, Stephen Fowler and Lori, thank you guys for liking the chat. I do appreciate it. And Katie Brooks, thank you guys for liking the chat. You guys are awesome, amazing, and all of the above. Hey, Rick, what's up, brother? How are you? How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday. No, I won't like or subscribe button. Wow. You guys are getting sarcastic and smart with me over here. And Shai said, "Can't help it. I am sensitive." That's okay. You can be sensitive. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not sensitive. So don't judge me for not being sensitive, and I won't judge you for being sensitive. Too late. I already did. I'm going to judge all y'all for being too sensitive, y'all little babies. Y'all little motherfucking crybaby, little bitches, little bitch-ass crybabies out there crying. "Oh, what's wrong? You don't like traffic? I don't like traffic either." I don't know. I was just thinking about traffic because I had spent a lot of time in traffic today. Rick, thank you for the like. Shai, thank you for the like over there on Facebook. And Bernie said, "Rumor killer, Chucky did not do that to Jordane." No, that was not Chucky that did that to me. That was actually a headbutt to the nose. Straight to the nose, man. Straight to the nose. That shit hurt. That shit hurt. But that's part of the game, you know. That's part of the game. Show's always great, brother. I'll take a shot to that. Or two. Hell yes. Hell yeah, Steve. Do it, brother. Do it. We got a fun one tonight. We're going to be going over some of our favorite bloodbaths. Bloodbath matches, all of the above, whatever you want to say, when people beat the living shit out of each other. Angry faces. Shy, this angry face is for you. Well, don't be too angry, guys. Don't be too angry, please. Because, you know, that's just how I roll. Y'all know how I roll. We're wrestlers, man. This is what wrestlers do. This is how we live our lives, guys. We try to do our best to be as normal as possible. As you do out there, as you try to do out there anyway. And it's just one of those things. You have to try to continuously be on top of your stuff to the best of your abilities. Let me see here. Get the JBL and the Stone Cold one over there because I'm going to go over a couple of my favorite matches too. And I'm sure that you guys are pretty aware of the 2004 No Way Out. I think it was No Way Out with JBL and Eddie Guerrero. And then the Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart match, where they had the double turn. They had the face heel double turn on that, because that right there is just one of the most fucking, like, one of the most legit matches ever. And you had two of the best who have ever done it doing a babyface and heel switch swap. And man, like that match, ooh boy. One day I'm going to do a watch along so that I'm actually able to kind of go over this stuff. But I'm worried about the I'm totally worried about the copyright stuff. Thank you, Aunt Dawn. Aunt Dawn liked the page as well. Or the stream, whatever, guys. Thank you all for always liking the stream. I do appreciate it. If you guys over there on YouTube can click that like button too, I would love it. We are not on Twitch. We were banned from Twitch today because we're covering bloodbaths. And you know all that murder and rape and all that incest and robbing and all that shit that happens in video games? For some reason, you can't put bloodbath in the title of your stream, or it's offensive. Somebody's going to be sad. How the fuck are you going to be sad and you got GTA? You're playing GTA. Like, what the fuck? None of this stuff makes any sense. All this shit is so fucking stupid. It's some of the dumbest shit. Like, nothing makes any sense. Does it? What makes sense, guys? What makes sense? Twitch is already a horrendously shit platform, and I guess that I don't get it because I'm not a video gamer, so I don't really get into the community that much. I'm more of a YouTube, Facebook type of guy. I don't even know if that's a fucking good thing or not. First of all, that's not a good thing. It's just I like to podcast and I like to talk instead of just sitting there playing video games. Not that that's not like a thing that people like to do. That's fine. That's all fine and dandy. But the fact, it hurts my brain to think that the name of my stream is called Bloodbath. We're going to go over some of our favorite professional wrestling bloodbaths. So what do you expect? What do you expect? It's bloodbaths. And bloodbath is like, you can't, like, that's censored on Twitch when they're murdering each other. You're shooting each other in the head, and I can't say bloodbath for pro wrestling? That's so fucking stupid. So no Twitch today, guys. No Twitch today. No Twitch today. We're on DLive, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on those three, and we got the IG over here. IG over here is good to go too. What's up, y'all? What's up over there on the IG? What is up? Shy said, no, I won't like YouTube. That hurts my feelings. No, I just realized yesterday was Tuesday. And I was thinking Ron's live on Mondays, and I think I'm working too much nowadays. Oh, yeah. No. Yesterday was Tuesday. All right, we'll head on back over here to the chats. What's up, guys? Bernie, the Burnster, has made it into the chat. What's up, Burnster? 2004, Judgment Day and WrestleMania 13, Chicago. Yeah, 2004. Yeah, that one was amazing. WrestleMania. Oh, God, yeah. You know it. Just like all the stuff on TV nowadays, and WWE being so off the rails, censoring blood and stopping matches and making past stuff with blood into black and white footage, which is bullshit. Wait a minute, they do that? Wait a minute. When they have blood in like the streams now, they turn it to black and white? What the this doesn't make any sense. Like, what? Sometimes people bleed, guys. Sometimes people bleed. Are we trying to protect people from that? Like, what's up with this maternalism where everybody's trying to protect everybody from everything? Stop fucking protecting each other so much, man. Steven Fowler, I watched the street fight with Angle and Shane McMahon. Oh, man, I forgot about that one. From King of the Ring 2001. Man, I forgot how good that match was. Yeah, dude, you just reminded me because that match was crazy. Think about... let me get a picture of Shane McMahon just so that we can remember exactly how Shane McMahon looked during that match, because that match was brutal as shit. And I like it because Shane is trying to do his best to try to like, he's not a wrestler. So he can't do the normal wrestling stuff because he's not capable, and he doesn't even understand. He doesn't know how to feel. He doesn't get the feel. And seeing what Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon were able to do, even with all of the different. Here we go. Cool, I found it. All right, I'm gonna send it over here. So we're going to go through a few of the pictures too, because that Kurt Angle, that's a great point, Steven, because that Kurt Angle match was crazy. Just the fact, and that was a billionaire's son who was in there with Kurt Angle too, and Kurt Angle was giving it to him, man. He was giving it to him. Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon. Here we go. Images. All right. Here's a good one. Here's a GIF. Here's a good GIF. And you got, oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. And this is Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon. And Shane was doing his absolute best, because he's not a wrestler, guys. We got to remember. He is not a wrestler. So he's just trying to be as entertaining as possible. And they tried multiple times to throw him through that glass. I think it was 3 or 4 different times, and his ass wasn't going. And he landed on his head, and he just could not go through the damn glass. The glass was not working with him. It wasn't working with him. Oh yeah, here's one where he couldn't get through it. That, man. That's the first one. Okay, so here's the first one. Look at that. Boom. Nope, not breaking it. Not breaking it. Too close. Try again. Try again. Do you think the next time will work? Hopefully the next time will work, brother. Hopefully the next time will work. Boom! There we go. Oh, man. Bernie, some of their stuff, they put black and white in video packages and on the website. Oh, I got you. The story behind the King of the Ring match was insane. Lots of things Angle and Shane talk about. That match blows one's mind. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I remember seeing it on, thank you, Linda Easley, for liking the stream. I love it so much. Thank you so much. Shai said, oh, no, that's painful. It is very, very painful. It is very painful. That's just part of the game, guys. Everything we do is pretty damn painful. I don't know if you guys are aware of that or not, but we hurt ourselves a lot. Stephen Fowler, Angle wheeled Shane to the ring because he couldn't feel his legs. I mean, look, you know, and that's not the only thing that he was doing. He was putting his ass through it, dude. He was putting his ass through it, but he's like, hey, man, you're in here. We got to go. And you gotta respect old Shane because, I mean, look at this. Oops. Look at all these gifts. Oh, here's another one. Great gifts. Great gifts. Thank you guys so much for these gifts. Look at that. And that's the finish. You know? Oh, man. What a big... And this isn't necessarily a bloodbath per se, but it was a fucking knockdown, drag-out fight. And how entertaining was that, man? How good is that? All right, let's see. What else we got here? What else we got here? Any other gifts? You got some cool gifts? We don't have any other gifts, but... yeah, basically, that was Shane McMahon at the end of it. And that was pretty much how that had to be, because Shane McMahon ain't getting through that shit. Shane McMahon ain't getting through that shit. Not with an Olympic gold medalist. Hey, thank you, Jess Cosentintini. I think I said your name right. For liking the stream. Thank you so much. We out here, baby. We out here. Bernie Dale, baby. Bernie, both times going through the glass. They missed the spot and didn't break the glass on the entranceway. Is that what it was? Was it like the wrong glass or something? Because what's beautiful about it is they tried twice and still couldn't get his ass through it. And he just landed on his damn head, you know? So good, though. So good, though. You got to appreciate that. You got to appreciate that, man. That glass suplex, dude. Just that suplex through the glass. Come on. Come on. The first time not getting it. And then they did get it. And finally. Like, finally, you got me through the damn thing, bro. Finally. It's crazy, though. And I totally forgot all about that. I'm glad you brought that up, Steven, because I totally forgot about that one, man. But it's crazy how many of these types of matches that we've had, and I've had a couple of them, but these are these things that get people really excited, man. It either grosses them out or it makes them really into it and gets them randy. You know, some people like blood play, I guess. You fucking weirdos out there. Think they both didn't get the speed to go through it, and I think Angle's hip or foot was hurt before those throws. Yeah, probably. He probably couldn't gather up enough strength at first to get him through it. But then he did. All right, so I like that Shane McMahon-Kurt Angle match. But for the preparation of the show, I was getting ready. And while I was looking, I found a website where they kind of went over a few things. This is from 2011, though, so we're not going to have any more of the recent bloodbaths from AEW or any of those situations. But this will give us a little bit of a guidance because one of my favorites was the Eddie Guerrero versus JBL 2004 match. And Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels. Or not Shawn Michaels. Was it Shawn Michaels? No, Bret Hart. Where they had the turn, and Stone Cold. Here, let's see. And then at the end of the match, you had Stone Cold bloody. But everybody knows that. That's like the iconic picture of Stone Cold and Bret Hart. Let me see if I can find it real. Oh, come on, bitch. Where's that iconic picture of Stone Cold? Come on, where is it? Oh, there it is. There we go. That's the picture that everybody remembers. This was the bloodbath for Stone Cold Steve Austin. And this is one of the big things that Bret Hart did to get Stone Cold over. But what's crazy about this match was they had that switch. They had Stone Cold turned into a good guy. Bret Hart turned into a bad guy that night because Stone Cold would not give up. He wouldn't give up. He wouldn't quit. He would never quit. Never quit, guys. Never quit. Stone Cold never quit. He passed out. So he didn't tap out, but he did lose, but he never quit. And that was, man, young Ronald, young Paul Jordane, absolutely loved that shit, man. I love the idea of fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin passing out before he admitted that he lost. Before he accepted defeat, Stone Cold Steve Austin passed out. You gotta respect that, man. You gotta respect that. And that was what I loved about it. That was exactly what I loved about it. But anyway, that was a great match. Great match. Burnster said, think they didn't get the speed up. Yep, went straight down on his neck, both going into the back, going through into the back. The one from the back into the floor area. Yeah, and it was straight on concrete. Let's not forget that they were doing that straight up on concrete. That's like what's crazy about it. Not many bloodbaths since 2011. Thanks, WWE dumbness. Right. But I like to think in the grand scheme of things, and you know, like there are definitely trends and there are definitely epochs of time that we have, and we always point them out. And I can see now with the glorious, beautiful stuff from YouTube. Hold on one sec. My lighting's messing up because it's too bright behind me. Where were we, guys? Where were we? Bloodbaths. Thanks to WWE. I got my threw off my my train of thought here. What's up, Talp Senegal? How are you? Talp Senegal. Oh, that's what it was. Not many bloodbaths since 2001. Or 2011. So you don't want to have too many. It's like anything, you know, you really don't want to have too many. It really helps with the culmination of certain feuds, but it's not necessary for every feud, and people get crazy with it. And if you are fighting, yeah, sometimes you're going to bleed, and that's just part of the game. Sometimes you are going to bleed as you're fighting, but you don't want to do that too much. You don't want to, because you are going to turn off a general population, and you want to try to get as many people to watch as you can. But we're not going to get everybody. You can't win everybody over. You can't win everybody, even though we try and we want everybody to be our friends. Everybody ain't going to be your friend. So what are we going to do? We're going to try to get the ones who will accept us, and then not the ones. Too much blood turns people off. Doesn't turn me off, though. I'm a wrestling guy, and I think it's way less likely to turn wrestling people off. And we want to take care of our wrestling people. We want to take care of our wrestling people. But it's like I said, like that Stone Cold Steve Austin match with Bret Hart, I think that did him way more good than it did bad. I don't think it did him a lot of bad. It's hard for me to think that it did Stone Cold Steve Austin a lot of bad, because he got over. He got over after that. Like, that was huge. That was huge for Stone Cold. So we'll go through this list, and we'll see. Like, I'll have some comments for what I see on the list, and what are some of my favorites, what are my takeaways from them. Some of them I probably haven't even seen. I'm sure there's some of these matches that I haven't even seen and I have no idea about. But I figure it'll be fun to go through some of these, and then you guys obviously can talk about some of your favorite matches that you have. But you know how it is. You know how it goes. Bernie, absolutely. Blood is a tool when done right and in the right spot. Can take a match to a bigger level. Cage matches should have them more than any other match. 100%. 100%. Steel cage and Hell in a Cell. Hell in the Cell or Hell in a Cell. And stuff doesn't have the same impact nowadays. Right. That's the thing. A lot of things don't have the same impact nowadays. I know the ending of the Goldust and Stardust match on AEW, that had a lot of blood. but that wasn't like that didn't get a lot of people talking. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't like craziness out there. That's what's crazy to me. Is it does show that it's not completely necessary. It's necessary in this certain context, but it's not 100% necessary. And I do think that it did help out their match as well. It definitely did. It definitely did. But now let's go on. We got Wrestling Bloodbath, the 25 bloodiest matches in pro wrestling history. And now, who's to decide that? I don't know. Stephen Price is going to decide that for this show. He's going to go over some of the bloodiest matches in wrestling. And guess what? I'm going to go over them too, and then we're going to talk about them. And then we're going to see because, sometimes wrestlers back in the day, they'd take a little too many aspirins, and they would blood all over the place. They would bleed all over the place. All over the place. Just giant gashes in their foreheads. Just split wide open. You can see their skull. People were crazy. And then you see like old school guys like New Jack, Dusty Rhodes, all these old school guys, their head is all scarred up from being hit with a chair, from being busted open. Busted open too much, guys. Busted open too much. Bernie, man, I wish I was live with you to discuss these. Yeah, man, we got to... Next time we do a live, we need to have a good subject, good wrestling subject, good pizza, and good times and good vibes. And I think we'll be good. But we have to decide when that's going to happen. Like, I've got too much going on right now because I'm in the middle of trying to figure out a lot of personal stuff where I'm going to be having myself in the next few months because I need to make some decisions. I need to make some decisions real quick because I don't know... if I've put too much of this out there, but I've got to figure out a few things in the next couple months to see exactly where my trajectory is going to be heading. And I have to do some things that are completely different than what I have been doing in the past couple of years. I have to. So you'll be seeing that as well. And I'm getting a lot closer each day that we go. So you'll be updated on that as we go through as well. But you're going to be seeing a lot more of my wrestling stuff here. I got to get myself in a position to where I can wrestle more. And I'm not able to wrestle as much as I want to right now. And that's just a travesty. It's a travesty. So I got to get myself out there to the different spots. But there's a lot of personal shit I have to take care of before I can do that because... you can't do anything if you got your personal shit you got to take care of. You got to take care of your personal shit before you get out there. So, yeah, it's both and both. All right. This Friday, no, can't do this Friday. No way, not this weekend. My birthday. I got my birthday tomorrow. I got too much stuff to do this Friday. Maybe next Friday, Burns. Let's talk about it, brother. Let's talk about it. But no, this weekend's too complicated. Too complicated, too much personal stuff going on. And plus, it's my birthday tomorrow. So I'll probably not have a show tomorrow. I have a birthday dinner to go to. So there goes old Ricky Flair with that NWA championship. And he's had some of the most bloody matches. And we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to see your list. All right, bro? How about that? Think you know what's on the list? You may be surprised. I may be. Bret Hart versus Rowdy Piper, 1992. Does anyone remember Bret Hart versus Rowdy Piper, Friday the 13th? Perfect. That is perfect, Bernie. That actually is more than perfect, brother. More than perfect. Shy. Cage matches are tough. No, it has less rules, right? Yeah, a lot of times the cage matches have less rules because you have less things that you can do because you're locked in a cage. So a lot of times there are a lot of rules. Like you're good with your rules because that stuff ain't gonna work too well. It ain't gonna be too bad. Do I need to back up? Or do I need to come forward? All right, let's see here. How are we over there? All right, good. So in 1992 wasn't exactly the greatest year for blood in the WWE, yet at WrestleMania 8, fans were treated of two of the goriest matches of the year. The first encounter, Bret Hitman Hart fought the reigning Intercontinental Champion Roddy Piper. During the match, Bret Hart opened up and bled more here than at any other point in his career. It was one of the more violent matches during the tamer early 1990s in the promotion. It is quite memorable match. Quite memorable match, and this match was really trying to get people to remember Bret Hart. They wanted people to remember Bret Hart. Roddy Piper did his best to try to get people to remember Bret Hart. And that was Bret Hart getting over, baby. Ooh, Steve Austin versus Kane, 1998. Does this happen to be the cage match where it was a first blood match? Or maybe it wasn't a cage match, but it was a first blood match, and it was versus Kane and Stone Cold, but Kane had a mask on, and it was like, wait a minute. How's Kane going to bleed if he's wearing a freaking leather mask on his face? Seems like he's protected. Not so fair. Bernie, WrestleMania 8 was so blown on so many levels. Piper Brett was a fantastic match. Piper and Brett, definitely Piper and Brett, brother, definitely. Now we got Steve Austin has had several memorable grudge matches in his career with a lot of blood spilled along the way. One of his bloodiest encounters was the first blood match between him and the Big Red Machine. And the Big Red Machine only held this championship for one night. He won the championship that night against Stone Cold, and then he lost it on Raw the very next night against Stone Cold. I know that because I remember I was knee-deep into loving Stone Cold at that time, and I was so pissed off that Kane won the championship. But the fact that he won the championship back Monday night was just crazy. I couldn't even explain to you how much that meant to me. I was so excited. I was jumping up and down. I remember the last 2 minutes of that match. It was so damn good. Austin obviously had a disadvantage because of the mask. Ended up doing a very nice blade job off a chair shot. God, do you have to mention that shit, though? God, shut the fuck up. Just say he bled after a chair shot. We know. Shut the fuck up with that shit. He bladed. Yeah, you know. Oh, you know so much. You're so fucking smart. Such a smart guy. Ooh, they're not blood caps. They actually cut themselves. Giving away our goddamn secrets. That's fucking pissing me off, man. I hate it, man. I hate it. But anyway, the Austin and Kane match was so damn good. Hey, Karen McDaniel, thank you for liking the stream so much. And if you guys are over there liking and sharing the stream over there on YouTube, thank you guys so much as well. We're having a fun night. It's Wrestling Wednesday. We're talking about some bloodbaths. I can't really get into... let me see if I can fix this real quick. We'll see if I can fix the brightness for you, because I do see that... let's see. We'll see the backlight. Try to down a little bit. Let's see. Backlight, yeah. A little better. A little better for you. A little better. That's not super good, but hey, better than nothing, right? Better than nothing. Now I'll try one more. I'll try the brightness. How about that? Doesn't work. Oh well. Whatever. I'll read it to you. How about that? Not that big of a deal, really. All right, cool. So anyway, yeah, the bloodbath was so damn good. All right, let's see here. All right. Bernie, it was the same night as Mick going off the cell. The cell came down during Kane-Austin match, and Taker busted him open, lost it in Detroit the next night. Oh, yeah, it was. It was. King of the Ring, 1998. I'll always remember. That, man, what a crazy pay-per-view. What a crazy pay-per-view, though. Krista Ikono. That was a huge pop when he took it back the next night. It was huge, man. It was huge. I popped. I was watching on television, and I was just like, oh my God! Yes! Yes! I can't explain to you how happy I was. Stone Cold won, man. I was so damn excited because he lost. He lost, and you knew he was going to lose. But the fact that he got screwed over, wasn't that the night the Big Show showed up? Did Big Show show up that night? Or was it something different? No, that was St. Valentine's Day Massacre. That was Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold. Lost it in Detroit the next night. He lost it, baby. Stephen Fowler, the Elimination Chamber isn't even as brutal as it used to be, like when they debuted it. I can't remember the last time I saw anyone busted open one. They have the damn cage floors padded these days. Stupid shit. Do they really? Oh, no. Why even have an Elimination Chamber match if you're going to put padding and try to pussify everybody? You're trying to make everybody like, oh, no, we got to put padding down on the steel floor. The point of this gimmick is everything can hurt you, but we don't want it to hurt you that much. What the fuck, man? Why don't you make any sense? Go into the Elimination Chamber, you're risking your life. But you know what? We don't want to make it that dangerous. We're going to put some padding down. You know, we are a corporation. We want to make sure that everybody... We don't really want... No shit. We don't want anybody to really die, obviously. Obvi. But come the fuck on, man. Come the fuck on. Agreed with Steven. Yeah, I agree with Steven too, man. That sucks. JHTP 100's a little on the glowing side. Too much King Cat glow. King Cat's glowing? King Cat is a glower. King Cat is a glower. Bernie, that's better. Oh, okay, we got it. Cool. Krista. It's all out safety, I believe. The padding. Yeah, exactly. Even the pad. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's not fun. What's up over there, Aladdin? Cannonball. Aladdin, Cannonball, and Crystal Massacre. How you guys doing? We're talking about our favorite wrestling bloodbaths. Oh, come on. He's got to be the one to know about the bloodbaths, man. Cannonball's definitely the one. I hope you could tell me a couple of your favorite bloodbaths before you get off Cannonball, please. But like the Elimination Chamber, now you got paddings all over the shit. Shows how like I'm so out of tune, guys. I love wrestling, but I don't like. It's hard for me to watch it like day to day. You know, it's just hard. It's just hard. But I know it's not for me, and that's just part of it. What's up, Crystal Massacre? Bloodbaths, wrestling bloodbaths today. And the cell is red, and every one of the cell matches have kendo sticks. What the fuck? Because it's easy to use. Plus, these matches should not be the theme for a pay-per-view. It should be a match that can show up at any show with the right place in the program to put it into place. Right, exactly. You have to have like an all-out war type situation where you're going, you know, you're like, okay, we can't. First of all, an awesome feud is two guys who want to get a hold of each other and they can't because you're holding them back and you're stopping them. Now you got five guys who all want to beat the shit out of each other. Perfect for the Elimination Chamber. Perfect. Now you put them in there with this giant steel contraption and then make them go in there and fight. But yes, Stone Cold was it. But in 1998, more blood was evident in this match than the legendary match that preceded it, Mankind versus Undertaker. It had more blood. Yeah, but Mankind versus Undertaker didn't need blood, y'all. Didn't need blood on that one. Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels. Was this when Shawn Michaels was overselling? This is when Shawn Michaels was being like an overseller or whatever. Both Hogan and Michaels had waged bloody wars in the past, but this was particularly the first time the two had ever stepped in the ring together during the contest. Hogan, and it was at SummerSlam, so you know what we're talking about, was wearing the Crimson Mask and did one of the bloodiest blade jobs of the year. Though Hogan reigned supreme, we'll remember his match with the Heartbreak Kid because of Hulk's bloodiest match in years. I don't think so. We're going to remember it as Shawn Michaels overselling like a motherfucker. Y'all remember that? Can I find some gifs of Shawn Michaels overselling? That would be awesome. Let's see. I always get the pop-ups. Oh, why do they... I got to fix my computer, guys. My computer is fucked. I really hate my computer. It's just not even worth it. I don't even think anymore. I'm just annoyed with it all. See if I can find a GIF. I don't want to take any chances of playing any video, but if I can find some GIFs out here, we'll use a couple of the GIFs. Let's see. All right, let's see. All right. Sell that, Shawn Michaels. That's what happens when you take a boot right there. Boom. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, and he flew. Whoa, whoa. Oh, and he flew. And then flip. He didn't quite flip. Still a good one, though. I love it. Any others? Any other different ones? That's a good one, though. Bunch of good gifts, though. Bunch of good gifts. All right, but we know what match that really is. We ain't gonna it ain't gonna be remembered as a bloodbath for fucking Hulk Hogan. It ain't gonna be remembered as that. Not. Cactus Jack versus Triple H. That's one of the good ones. That was one of the really good ones. Them two beat the living shit out of each other, and I remember going crazy with that one. I couldn't believe that they went at it like that, man. And that made me realize how really good Triple H was. Because I was like, man, fucking Triple H is the shit. He's the shit, man. He's so damn good. So damn good. It's true. Karen, it's not professional wrestling. It's wrestling entertainment. Right. Exactly. It's wrestling entertainment. Right. When isn't Shawn Michaels an overseller, Krista? That's actually a pretty good point. Pretty good point. That's true. When is Shawn Michaels not an overseller? Got me on that one. Good point. Good point. SummerSlam 05, same night as a battle for Dominic Mysterio with Eddie and Ray. And now Dom is teaming with his dad. Man, we are old. Yeah, I was there in D.C. that night. Shame they didn't do the good business. Supposed to be both get a win and have a steel cage rubber match. That would have been a classic if it got to the point. Both Royal Rumble, Street Fight at Madison Square Garden and Hell in a Cell in Hartford were amazing. Yeah, and you gotta appreciate the good ones, man. You gotta appreciate the good ones. But Mick Foley and Triple H, dude, no joke. Yeah, those dudes fucking tore it up. The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, Bad Blood, 1997. I remember that one. Was that the last one that that Shawn Michaels was at because he got injured, and that was one of the times when he hurt himself on the Hell in a Cell match? No, I think I'm thinking of the casket match. Maybe I'm thinking of the casket match. Randy Savage and Adrian Adonis versus Tito Santana and Bruno Somartino. I definitely was not expecting that one. I wasn't expecting that one. For the WWE's Best took center stage at Madison Square Garden the early months of 1986 as the tandem of Macho Man Randy Savage and the adorable Adrian Adonis took part in a steel cage match against former Intercontinental Champion Tito Santana and wrestling's living legend Bruno Sammartino. Tito Santana. I keep wanting to say Tito Sammartino, but that's fucked up. And Randy Savage were embroiled in a feud over the Intercontinental Championship, which Savage would eventually steal from Santana at the Boston Garden, thanks to shoddy officiating from Danny Davis. The Danny Davis, of course. The two brought friends for this bloody encounter. Despite being ripe with opportunities for blood, this match gained notoriety for the 5-alarm blade job performed by Randy Savage, which was quite lucky to not have maimed him himself following this gruesome match. And he probably was maimed. He probably maimed himself for that. Alex, I'm a fan of wrestling. That's awesome, Alex. Well, then you've come to the right spot because I am a wrestler. So hopefully you can be a fan of me. One day at least. What do we got over here? I'm going to go on. We'll get to the next one. Hulk Hogan versus the Magnificent Morocco. But I'm going to hit the comments real quick before we continue on. Both, let's see here. Karen McDaniel, Shawn Michaels had to be an overseller. Look at who he worked with over the years, LOL. Yeah, right. That's a good point, too. Shawn Michaels, a lot smaller than majority of the guys that he was working, so he had to be an overseller. So maybe he was just kind of getting himself into that selling mindset. So good point. Good point, Karen McDaniel. Very good point. Bernie, the first Hell in a Cell. The casket match was Rumble 1998 before WrestleMania 14. Before WrestleMania 14. There we go. Shawn Michaels equals Dolph equals oversellers forever. Yeah, that's true. Dolph's definitely an overseller too. Definitely an overseller too. I agree with you on that, Krista. Yeah, he's definitely an overseller. Yeah, and it's not even a secret that his favorite wrestler was also an overseller. Go figure, right? Love that one. MSG actually showed that on Primetime Wrestling on USA. That's fucking awesome. Piper versus Bruno at Boston Garden was insane cage match as well. I got to see that. See, I got to freshen up on that stuff, Bernie. Yes, Hogan and Morocco, one of my favorite cage matches. 8 minutes of violence. MSG Bliss. Really? I got to watch. I'm going to write that one down. Bruno and Morocco. It's Bruno and Morocco, though. Two of the top tier guys. Like, you got to be on that. Bruno versus Morocco. What year? 1985, MSG. I need some more tape study too, guys. So if you got any good tapes for me, let me know. I love good wrestling. All right. We'll continue on. Yes, that one is one of my Bloody Murder collections. Is one on my in one of my Bloody Murder collections. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's definitely a Bloody Murder. One of the Bloody Murder ones, though. Looks like it anyway. Morocco and Hogan both opened up during this classic steel cage match as the bout thrilled the New York faithful, considering the route and vicious nature, the rough and vicious nature of the feud these two men had in the summer of the fact that steel cage match reached the pinnacle of their bloody feud. Few cage matches were bloodier in the age than this one. Bruno Somartino versus Superstar Billy Graham. 1977, guys. 1977. Bruno was on the downside of his career and was embroiled in a lengthy feud with the man who had taken his title for the final time, Superstar Billy Graham. The two men had already met once when Graham stole the title from Somartino. In this rematch, Bruno was out for blood, and he got it in a messy affair. In the less complicated days of the 1970s, wrestling in the WWE was much more visceral. While the action may not have been as high-flying as today, you could always count on some of the old-fashioned hatred rendering up some of that good heat. Roddy Piper versus Greg Valentine, 1993. A lot of really good ones here. All right, guys. IHTP. Give me a moment. What wrestler you are. I love HBK. I have his shirt. That's awesome. I didn't know you was a wrestler. What wrestler you are. I'm Paul Jordane, the wrestler, silly. It says it on my Instagram. I'm Paul Jordane, the wrestler. All right, I'll be back. Oh, Alex. HBK is a hero, and Hardy Boys for life. I love Hardy Boys. I love, yeah, definitely. I'm definitely cool with that. Love the Hardy Boys. Burnster over here. Starcade 83 and 85 are definitely going to be on the top of the list. Bernie, this JHTP moment is sponsored by the glorious day we celebrate tomorrow when the amazing Jordane came into this earth, as well as the blessing of RJ. God bless his soul, and lots. Oh yeah, that's true. Happy birthday, RJ. And lots of blood on this top 25 countdown, baby. Yeah, Bubby. Lots of blood. Piper and Valentine definitely sliced each other up a good bit. Ooh, The Undertaker versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. I forgot about that one. They've wrestled each other nearly 18,000 times. Yeah, they've wrestled each other. I mean, hey, man, if you keep going back to the well, they say that you'll dry up the well, but how long is it going to take you to dry up that well? You can get a good 5 years of water out of that bitch. I'll get 5 good years out of that, baby. Shit. Austin and Undertaker beat the tar out of each other in a lengthy feud blood match. Contrary to most matches of this type, both men ended bleeding by the end of the night, which is always a positive to our list. The aggression on display was thrilling to watch as a fan, and the match remains as one of WWE's top bloodiest duels. Definitely. Abdullah the Butcher, anything with Abdullah the Butcher versus the original Sheik, anything with Abdullah the Butcher versus the original Sheik is going to be wild and crazy. You got the wild man from the Sudan versus the Sheik, the original Sheik. Like that, the Sheik, they both used forks. They both were all about forks. They were both about stabbing each other. They were all about all that violent shit. And that's why Detroit had a lot of good violent shit there for a while, but Ed Farhat didn't, he didn't manage it properly. He didn't, for a minute there, instead of having all the bloody matches, maybe the Sheik should have backed off from that and had a PG era for about 10 years and then started with the bloody stuff again. Maybe you could cycle it. Maybe some of them do. Maybe some of these wrestling promotions have an idea of what they're doing when it comes to conditioning a crowd to knowing and what they're expecting from your performance, and then changing it up a little bit, and then changing it back, and then changing it back. Maybe they don't, though. Maybe it's half and half. Maybe you gotta deal with the wrestlers that you have, and then you have what you want. Who knows? When you scour the annals of professional wrestling history, you are hard-pressed to find two men more statistically brutal than Abdullah the Butcher and the original Sheik, 100%. The Sheik and Abdullah waged an unholy war on this night, with the battle spilling out into the surrounding area. In a sense, this match was ahead of its time for its blood content and its violence. Only in the mid-1990s would professional wrestling again touch the level of mayhem on display here. And this was in 1980. 1980, but these guys are crazy guys, though. These two right here are crazy guys. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Benoit versus Triple H, WrestleMania 14, 2004. And I think that we all remember that one. That's my generation's peeps who loved that match. And I remember being in high school watching this match, rooting for Chris Benoit so much because he was the odd man out. Little did we know he was the odd man out in the future. But he was the odd man out with his son and daughter. Go figure. Another Chris Benoit joke. I don't know. How many times can we have that? I don't know. But I was rooting for him, and I loved it. And I was so excited to see Chris Benoit winning it because he was the 100% underdog in that. And the fact that he got bloody and how bloody he got, oh, man. Great. One of the best triple threat matches there were, and I'm with that too. That's one of the best triple threat matches there were, and it was amazing. The steel ring post wrought much carnage at WrestleMania 20, with the men dripping blood all over the place. The blood highlighted the vicious battle that swung back and forth between all three men for the duration of the battle. God, I love wrestling. I love wrestling, man. This shit is so fucking amazing. It's so fun. The Midnight Rockers versus Buddy Rose and Doug Summers. See, now this one I'm way less familiar with. As Alex, would you ever go to WWE? I'm just wondering. Yeah, sure. I would go to WWE. I would go there and hang out for sure. I would go say hi to people at WWE. I would go to WWE and say hello. Bernie, one of my favorite all-time matches. Wish Benoit had gotten some blood as well. Amazing match. Popped huge when Triple H tapped that night. Yeah, and like the way that they built that drama up when he had the crossface crippler on Triple H and Triple H was close. And then he pulled himself close to the ropes, and then they did that little roll, that little badass roll that they do. Boom. And then they got him right in the middle of the ring, and then he really clinched down on it. Damn, dude. That shit was, I love it. It is fun. Yeah, like, dude, I'm telling you, Alex, it's fun getting in there and fighting people. I'm telling you, it's just fun. You should do it. You should try it, but don't do anything illegal. Do it only if you're allowed to. Bernie, yes. Rockers wearing white tights and bleeding like stuffed pigs in that one. Damn. See, I got to see that one. I'm going to take notes of that one too. That's another one that I want to watch. Hey, thank you, Tamari, for liking the page. Oh, my brother, Tamari. How are you, man? How's Pops been? Has Pops been all right? Tell me how Pops been. I hope all y'all been doing all right, man. Abdullah versus the Sheik, and then Midnight Rockers. Midnight Rockers, baby. Midnight Rockers versus... You know this is old because of Buddy Rose. Doug Summers. All right, let's see what we got here. Stephen Fowler, not a cage or anything, but did any of you guys see that match last week on AEW with Jericho and Nick Gage? Yeah, we talked about it last week. Last week we were talking about the pizza cutter incident. That was phenomenal. What they do, the picture in Gage was using a pizza cutter when Domino's had a commercial. Yeah, we went over that. That is brilliant. Go back to last week's episode on my YouTube, and you'll see that because it was great. It was great. Alex, if you was in WWE, who would you challenge? Alex, I would beat the living shit out of any of them. They're a bunch of pretty boy fucking losers up there. So I'd beat the shit out of any of them. Tell me who you want me to beat the shit out of, and then tell them I said I would beat the shit out of them, and bring me in. Bring me in. I dare you. That's all, Alex. I'm not like, I don't know. You see wrestlers like putting on Twitter, I would like to wrestle him. I'm going to beat the shit out of anybody. How about that? I don't have a fucking preference. Put them in the ring. I like beating people up. And if they can try to beat me up, bring it. I like the challenge. That's what I'm about. Alex. Alex said Sheamus. I'll beat his white ass. His fucking pasty white ass looking like a piece of paper. He looks like a piece of paper walking out. He's so Irish with his red hair and his pale skin. Bernie, their Christmas cage match that year was awesome too. Stephen Fowler, my bad. I'm a little late. Nah, no worries. It's all good, man. It's all good. That's a good one though. Go to SmackDown and beat Sheamus. You don't like Sheamus, Alex? You don't like Sheamus? I'll beat the shit out of Sheamus, first of all. But why don't you like Sheamus? I'll kick him in his face. But why don't you like him? Go to Raw because to beat Bobby Lashley. Yeah, I'll beat the shit out of both of them. Not at the same time. I mean, they're tough guys. We got to be realistic about this. On a one-on-one match, I'd have a good shot. But not two versus one. I mean, these are fucking pretty badass athletes here. So let's be more realistic. Like, I'm gonna talk a big game, and I don't even know if I'll get that big game going, but I'm gonna fucking bring a big game. That's all I got. Papa Jordane's only got big games. Go to Raw and attack him. All right, Alex. All right, I'm gonna go there. All right, I'm coming. I'm not even gonna tell them I'm coming, and I'm just gonna show up, and they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I'm gonna be like, "Hey, man, Alex sent me, bro. Alex sent me." Oh no, you shut up, phone. Sorry. Bill collectors trying to call during my show. Sorry, guys. Bernie, line them up, and Endgame will split them out. You got that right, baby. You got that right. Jim, have you ever juiced in a match, Paul? Jim, hold on one second. Boom. What do you think, Jim? What do you think? I've never juiced on purpose, but accidents happen. Yeah, accidents happen. That's what I'll say. Accidents happen. I've never done it on purpose, but I've definitely had it. Yes, I've definitely bled during matches. Lots of matches. And they were all accidents. I've never planned on actually bleeding, but I'll take advantage of that shit, man. I'll take advantage of that shit. Stephen Fowler, WWE needs Endgame. They are slacking these days. I know, brother. I can't even watch it, man. It's hard for me to even watch it. And that's not to say that they're not working hard. And like I hate whenever a lot of their guys kind of get on there and then start like shitting on the company and saying how horrible everything. And it's really easy to do that. But it's cyclical. Sometimes things go up and sometimes things go down. Sometimes things get better and worse, whatever. It seems like things are kind of the shit right now. Jordane would help out. But not much I can do right here, guys. Not much I can do right here. I'm right here. I got a couple places y'all going to see me at, but we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. There's no telling how this next year is going to go. I'm looking forward to it, guys. But pay attention. There's a reason why I've been doing all of these different changes in my body, all these different changes in the places that I'm wrestling. I've made so many different changes, and I have a few more changes to go, like I was talking about earlier. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there, and it's fucking awesome, dude. Fucking awesome. Anyway, Alex said, because I can't stand him, he is always bullying WWE fans. Well, Alex, sometimes you need somebody to go in there and whoop the bully's ass. There's that dichotomy. You need somebody to go in there and whoop the bully's ass, 100%. So anyway, back to where we were. Shawn Michaels made his third appearance on the list, joining tag team partner Marty Jannetty against Sherry Martel's AWA Tag Team Champions, Playboy Buddy Rose and Doug Summers. We should see some of Sherry Martel's bloody matches. That woman would fucking kill you. She would kill you. She'd cut your ass up so fast. Michaels and Jannetty had come up short in their first match against Rose and Summers at Wrestle Rock 86 in Minneapolis. A few months before this show, in between that time, Summers and Rose had become the tag team champions, catapulting this feud into a whole new level. Michaels and Jannetty would eventually defeat the tag team for the title in 1987 before heading on to perform in the WWE. Good for them. War Games 1987. War Games 1987, the very first War Games match in 1987. I haven't seen this one in a very long time. This is an older one right here. Older one right here. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm catching back up. Jim. Damn! Thank God no scars showing. Would be a shame to break something so pretty. Ha! Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, Jim. Yeah, it would be a shame, too, though. It would definitely be a shame. I'm with you on that. He could probably beat you, huh? Who could beat me, Alex? Who could probably beat me? What, you going to come on my stream and talk shit now? You're going to come to my stream and say, oh, somebody can beat you up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad at you now, Alex. What a troll you are. Good one. Never seen anybody do that before. How about try harder? All right. Bernie isn't going to get much better if Khan is one of the ones making the decisions on talent contracts instead of Vince. Yeah. You never know, though. You never know. Vince had to start somewhere, right? Bernie, that one in Las Vegas set up the Christmas Cage match in Minnesota, and then Midnight Rockers won in early 1987. Original War Games was amazing. The original War Games was amazing. Joke, Bobby Lashley. No, sorry, I'm sorry. Nah, it's all good, Alex. It's all good. Talk your shit, brother. Talk your shit. I like talking shit too, man. Anyway, continue on. You don't have to apologize. Don't apologize, man. We're just talking shit here. The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. I was thinking the Brock Lesnar versus Hulk Hogan. Y'all remember that, where Hulk Hogan got bloody and then... But maybe that wasn't a match. Maybe that was just a beatdown. Was that just a beatdown? I don't remember. I don't remember exactly. We got to see. We got to see. With Brock Lesnar in the midst of his reign as WWE Champion in 2002, his major challenger came in the form of Deadman, The Undertaker, who makes his second appearance on the list from a Hell in a Cell match. Only this time, it was The Undertaker who wore the crimson mask. In one of the nastiest scenes in the promotion's history, The Undertaker seemed to puncture an artery in his head, causing his entire face to become covered with blood, staining the ring canvas and the floor mats along the way. The wound was bad enough to require medical attention after the match, which ups the brutality factor that we're looking for in this list. Lesnar would eventually come out victorious, retaining his title. I do remember that. Yeah. Eddie Guerrero. And now I know, guys. I know I've talked about this. I'm sorry, laugh out loud, but Bobby beat everyone. Okay, I know I got it. And I've never been there. So there's a reason why, and that makes sense why you would think that, Alex. But you got to go look up some Paul Jordane matches, brother. Go look up Paul Jordane and watch some of my stuff. And then come on back and then tell me how it goes. Let's see here. I'll head back on to the comments now. Dusty and Arn are always those matches. 5 hard minutes and set that tone. Yeah, exactly. Jim said, best bloodbath. In fact, the best match, in my humble opinion, was the I Quit match between Magnum TA and Tully Blanchard. Both bled and beat the hell out of each other. Magnum TA and Tully Blanchard. I'm going to have to see that one. I have to see that one. Because that right there, man, yeah, that sounds like a good one. That is a good one. Alex, where to watch your videos? YouTube, brother. YouTube. Go on there, or you can go on. I know I've got some on Title Match Wrestling. Just YouTube Paul Jordane, brother. You'll find me. Jim Sahari. Yep, I got yours, Jim. Both bled like hell, but that was Magnum TA and Tully Blanchard. Yeah. And Magnum and those two, like, yeah. That was during the build-up of Magnum TA before he had his wreck. Bernie, nope, that was a number 1 contenders match. Brock beat Hulk Hogan to get the title match with The Rock. Oh, okay. Thank you, Burn. I appreciate that, brother. Now we go on to one of my favorite matches of all time. Eddie Guerrero versus JBL. No Way Out 2004. We got this match over here. Look at this. This is old JBL. Where'd the picture go? Wow, why's it got to go to my other monitor? Sorry, guys. I got 2 monitors here, obviously. And it wasn't wanting to show. But this right here, just this shot right here. Look at that. Look at that mess. Look at that mess. Ah. How can you not? How? Man. And this was after JBL already lost, but Eddie's going to come in and start whooping that ass now. Now he's going to give him his receipts. He's going to go in there and show you whoop that ass. Whoop that ass. And that was what it was, man. That was what it was. Such a good match. God, guys, such a good match. Go watch that. Go watch that because of the story. It's such a good story. Such a good goddamn story. Man. All right. Anyway, over here. Summer Marie. Holly. Hey. Hale. Hi. Hey. Hey, Summer Marie. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Sorry, guys. Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Bernie. Nope. That was a number 1 contender. I Quit Magnum and Tully, probably number 1 on the list. I Quit match Magnum and Tully. That's what Jim just brought up. So we're going to see if that one is on there. Hey, Summer Marie has subscribed. Thank you so much, Summer Marie, for subscribing. I do appreciate that and love it. We do get our subscriptions from YouTube, guys. So if you guys can push that YouTube subscription, go on and help us out there. I'm trying to push for 300. And right after that 300, we're pushing for 400. So try to tell your friends to go on and subscribe to Paul Jordane on YouTube, and we'll try to get that baby going. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the comments here. We'll get that show going. Stephen Fowler, remember Triple H versus Cactus Jack? Street Fight Royal Rumble 99-2000, I believe it was. Yes, that was on the list. And that had me, I was talking about that earlier, how that had me realize how amazing Triple H and Mick Foley was. Like, they went out and just went after it. They went after it. It was so brutal, man. So brutal. Summer Marie, good. Right on, Summer Marie. I'm glad that you're doing well. We're talking about our favorite bloody matches, and I'm going through a top 25 right now so that we can find them. Let's see here. Boom. All right. We'll get on back to where we were. Eddie Guerrero's career was full of highlights. Do you guys think that Eddie Guerrero was a B-plus player at best? Tell me that. What do you think about Eddie Guerrero? Who thinks that Eddie Guerrero was a B-plus player at best? And if you do agree with that, then I will make sure that I block you and kick you out from our show. Just kidding. You can have an opinion, but I don't agree. Eddie Guerrero's career was full of highlights, including the capturing of WWE Championship at No Way Out 2004 from Brock Lesnar. During his title reign, however, he came up against one challenger who he wouldn't be able to overcome, JBL. In this match, which took place at the Judgment Day 2004 pay-per-view, JBL took a nasty swipe at Guerrero with a steel chair, prompting one of the goriest in wrestling history, even surpassing The Undertaker's own legendary. I still have a piece of kayfabe in me where I don't like giving away our shit. I don't like it, even though like we're sitting here talking about it. I don't like it. Guerrero would survive the match with the title, but would finally drop the title at the Great American Bash. Still a great match, though. Still a great match. War Games 1992. In the first 6 years of the gimmick, the War Games match produced incredible matches left and right, but arguably the greatest one of these was 1992 when Sting's Squadron, Ricky Steamboat, Barry Windham, Dustin Rhodes, and Nikita Koloff took on Ravishing Rick Rude and the Dangerous Alliance of Larry Zbyszko, Bobby Eaton, Steve Austin, and Arn Anderson. The match was even bloodier when the first, featuring as many stars from the 1990s as the inaugural War Games match from 1987 did the 80s. The match was arguably the greatest WCW's history, but one thing is definite. It was by far the bloodiest. By far the bloodiest. And you know, we love our blood life. We love our bloody matches out here, guys. If you need one sentence to describe how great this match is, take this one from the commentator Jesse Ventura. And Barry Windham in the corner is bleeding now too. In the corner. He's just sitting there and he's bleeding. Oh, man. Back to the comments. Man, they killed it every time. A+ all the way. Yeah, 100%. Last match I saw him wrestle, it was against JBL as well at the Great American Bash in the bull rope match. Great match. Great match. Bull rope match was fucking awesome. Awesomeness. Nice matches. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that, brother. Bernie, that Eddie JBL rematch was a bull rope match. There you go. Bull rope match. Sergeant Slaughter and Pat Patterson. And any young wrestler, you need to go out there. If you've never seen a grudge match before, you need to go watch Sergeant Slaughter versus Pat Patterson. This match right here was fucking awesome. And they fought all over the place. And it's just a brutal, brutal, badass match. Patterson and Slaughter pounded on each other, back and forth, trading brutal shots back and forth. Slaughter was an absolute mess by the time this one finally ended. Despite the injuries sustained here, Slaughter would obviously receive inspiration from this match in another vicious match of his a few years later. Cactus Jack versus Terry Funk. And this has to be Japan right here. Shy. Oh, no, you have to leave early. I have to prepare my presentation. Well, good luck. Get your presentation ready. It's all good. I'm glad that you were able to join us, Shai. Thank you so much. That is awesomeness that you were actually here to be able to enjoy the show with us a little bit. Bernie, that Team Dangerous Alliance was one of the best 5-man teams ever put together. Oh, shit, the alley fight from MSG. Yeah, the alley fight. I forgot about. Was it the alley fight from no, I'm thinking about the Gold Dust and Roddy Piper match. Gold Dust and Roddy Piper fighting backstage. Japan's most famous deathmatch tournament saw Terry Funk and Cactus Jack tear each other apart in a ring surrounded by barbed wire. C4, the 82nd Airborne, and most other offensive weapons. Funk and Foley put on one of the most gruesome matches in pro wrestling history. It's funny how two sworn enemies inside the ring can be such great friends outside it. Yeah, and Terry Funk, man. Terry Funk is beautiful. Beautiful. You got to love Terry Funk because he's one of those actual crazy, crazy guys. Alley fight was Slaughter and Patterson. Oh, yeah, alley fight. Okay, I wasn't thinking specifically. Yeah, they fought alley fight, basically, yeah. Alley fight, yep. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, but that what a fucking awesome match that was, Bernie. What a fucking awesome match that was. Bret Hart versus Steve Austin, and now I know I've already talked about this to you guys. Christopher Barclough has liked the page. Thank you so much, Christopher Barclough. I appreciate that you are here and you are supporting the show. Thank you so much. Bloody match is coming up. Bret Hart versus Steve Austin, March 23rd. The I Quit match, the submission match, from WrestleMania 13. And this is where I brought up that legendary Stone Cold Steve Austin picture of him trying to get out. He was doing his best to try to get out of the sharpshooter, and he had a bloody, bloody crimson red face, and he just could not get out. Wasn't happening. Not getting out of there. Steve Austin and Bret Hart were polar opposites in terms of characters and hated each other's guts. Austin and Hart battered and bruised each other in a 20-plus minute struggle, with Hart outlasting the gutsy Austin by making him pass out from the pain of the sharpshooter. When a man collapses unconscious into a pool of his own blood, you know you're watching one of wrestling's bloodiest matches. Definitely. Mass Transit and Devon Dudley. Oh, no. We already went over this, guys. You guys are very familiar with this. Oh, no. Mass Transit versus Devon Dudley versus the Gangstas. 1996. Mass Transit was a 16-year-old boy. Bloody. He's dead now, so I don't know if you feel bad or not, but, you know. The participation of Eric Koulis in ECW house show nearly brought ruin to the company's pay-per-view chances in 1996. Yeah, this kid shouldn't have been in there. The fifth bloodiest match in wrestling history cannot have a video attached to it because of the rather dubious... None of you... Where's the video? None of you have... There's no videos of any of this. There's no video of any of these matches. So what are you talking about? Oh, no, I guess it's because it's a... Maybe they're talking about because it just doesn't have video? I don't know. We'll see. Cannot have a video attached to it because of the rather dubious nature of the content in question. 17-year-old Eric Koulis, wrestling as the character Mass Transit, had lied about his age and his wrestling training to promoter Paul Heyman, who allowed him to take part in a tag match with Devon Dudley against the Gangstas. During the match, Koulis was bladed, upon his request, by New Jack. The resulting cut hit an artery in the kid's head, prompting blood to spurt out like a fountain. The untrained fan basically was left to be pummeled in the ring for several more minutes before paramedic crew finally came in to tend to him. The match put ECW in a bad legal spot, with New Jack being brought up on assault charges and the company sued by Stephen Koulis, Eric's father. Even ECW's pay-per-view, barely legal, was pulled from the pay-per-view provider's lineup until owner Paul Heyman virtually begged for the slot back. Eric Koulis died in 2002 with problems from weight loss surgery. Poor kid. Oh, number 4, Steve. Steve, was you the one that said that? Steve, I think Stephen Fowler was the one that said the Magnum. No, it was Jim. It was Jim. Jim, you said that. Jim Saria. Jim Saria said that, and it was Magnum TA versus Tully Blanchard, 1985. Jim, that one was what you called. You called it. We got to give him credit for that one. Tully Blanchard versus Magnum TA, 1985. There have been bloodier matches in wrestling history, we'll give you that, but it wasn't just the amount of blood that made the match gory. It was the way it went down. Very little technical expertise was on display during this match. Instead, it was a lot of vicious shots, with the microphone biting, gouging, and clawing at one another for 15 minutes. The venom that the two men unleashed on one another was deeply unsettling at the time and remains so 26 years later. The famous conclusion saw Magnum stab Tully in the eye with a wooden spike, causing the blood to spurt and the champion to concede, streaming and convulsing in the I Quit match. Woo! I don't think I got to write that one down. I don't know if you guys are selling this too much to me, but this one sounds like it might be legit. This one seems like it might be legit. Let's see here. Christopher Barclough. That shouldn't be on any of the lists. That match Not one to remember at all. Yeah, I know. I think that they just put it on there just for drama, just for controversy, because that match is not even a match. It's not even a match. They're just slicing up a 17-year-old kid. If we're being honest, they're just slicing up a 17-year-old kid. Sure, he lied about being 17. Okay, he's 18. Does that change anything? Does that make it better? Probably not. JBL versus John Cena. I Quit match, Judgment Day 2005. That's Christopher Barkloff. Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage, WrestleMania 5. Chris Benoit versus Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Ooh, we covered that one. JBL versus Eddie. We covered that one. Yeah, we covered a lot of those, Christopher. Bernie, Chris, all due respect, he has covered many of these already. You are listing. Stand back and enjoy. Yeah, that's how we go, baby. That's how we go. People jump in late. Very interesting to see what top 3 are ahead of the I Quit Classic. Yeah, I know. I'm ready to see that, but I got to write this down. Tully versus Magnum. And 1985. Cool. All right, here we go. That's number 4. Here goes number 3. Number 3. Manny Fernandez versus Invader number 3. I wasn't expecting that one. Manny Fernandez still out there on the internet getting it. The Raging Bull Manny Fernandez was mainstay in the National Wrestling Alliance during the 1980s, teaming up with Dusty Rhodes and Jimmy Valiant. Fernandez was also good friends with legendary Bruiser Brody, the same wrestler who was murdered at a wrestling show in Puerto Rico in 1998, just in case you didn't remember. All right. Fernandez, looking for revenge, traveled to Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico has some of the most brutal death matches out there. That crowd is violent as shit, and they want violence. Give it to them. Revenge traveled to Puerto Rico in 1989 to wrestle against Invader number 3. During the bout, Fernandez delivered a stiff knee drop from the top rope, apparently rupturing the stomach cavity of Invader 3. Oh no, who began vomiting blood profusely. Fernandez would drop 2 more knees onto the man before finally leaving the ring, which was by that point covered in blood. Many people questioned whether the incident was staged, if Fernandez was intentionally trying to hurt the man, or if it was merely an accident. I'm watching the second 2 knee drops. Fernandez looks to be intentionally lessening the impact of the move, trying to keep from causing further harm to the wrestler. Whether it was intentional or not, we'll never know for sure. You'll never know unless you ask him. Just ask him, you know? Yep, he had to be in a Puerto Rican match. Yeah, definitely a Puerto Rican match, brother. Definitely. Christopher Barkloff, Sting versus Abyss. First blood barbed wire match, Sting versus Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair. That's got to be a TNA match. Sabu versus Abyss in a barbed wire match. And let's watch Abyss take everything. I'm sure Sting didn't take anything in that. Oh, Sabu? Sabu probably did. Not the Sting versus Abyss one, though. I wouldn't think Sting versus Abyss. No way. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. There's a wrestler named No Way Jose, right? God, that's gotta suck. Your name's No Way Jose? That fucking... Ugh. How are you gonna escape that one? You ain't never getting away from that one. Let's see here. Fernandez looks to be... Yep, we got that one. All right, number 2, guys. Number 2, here we go. Sergeant Slaughter versus the Iron Sheik, 1984. Wow. All right. Link to the media. Well, let me see. Your sports... What? Y'all don't even have it anymore? Y'all gave me a link to the media and you ain't even got it. See, I didn't even know that there were links to the media, guys. This whole time. I'll try one more. That one's not working. Okay, maybe the links don't work anymore, guys. Let me see. We'll see the Manny Fernandez link. Let's see. Manny Fernandez. Yeah, they're not even working. Thanks a lot, Bleacher Report. Drizzling shits of a website. I'm just saying that because it's not working right now. I don't know anything about Bleacher Report or anything like that. All right, so at least we know that none of the videos are working, so I'm not missing out on it. All right. And number 2, baby, number 2. Sergeant Slaughter versus the Iron Sheik, the video clip above, and I tried to click it, and it ain't working, so please don't judge me on that one. It is what it is. Bernie already knows this one. Bernie said, Boot Camp MSG. That one was tremendous. Sheik and Slaughter. I got to watch that one. I got to watch this one. See, I got like 4. Let me see how many matches I got so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Including this one, it's going to be 5. I have 5 of them now. The next month, however, Slaughter and Sheik would engage in a rematch that was even more bloody and violent than this one. In a rarity for the era, the Iron Sheik and Slaughter would wrestle in a hardcore variant match called a boot camp match, owing to Slaughter's military gimmick. The Slaughter and Sheik both were covered in blood from the battle, with the ring filled with weapons and trash. It was the most violent match of that generation and stands as the WWE's most bloody wrestling match. And that's for the WWE, too. You gotta, WWE was out there getting it, too, baby. Yeah, the links don't work, guys. The links don't work. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? All right. Well, now we're ready for number 1. What do you guys have any predictions as to what number 1 is going to be? I didn't double check, so I don't know. I didn't see what number 1 was. If I had to guess, all my best guesses have already been laid to pasture or put out there. So I will say Ric Flair, one of the Ric Flair versus Vader matches. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. I've got nothing. I'll give you guys a second. I'm going to go take a urinate. I'm going to take a urination station. I'm going to take a urination in the station. And then whenever I get back, let's see if we have any guesses. If you guys have any types of guesses for what you think the number 1 most bloodiest match is. And it doesn't matter if we've already went through it or not. We're about to finish up now because we're on the last one. I am going to go pee real quick. And then we'll see number 1. And then we'll finish up here. But Slaughter and Sheik's number 2. I would have went JBL versus Eddie Guerrero, but that's just my favorite match. That's my favorite bloody match. I don't know. It's a tie between that one and Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. Those two are like, to me, how can you choose, right? All right. Give me 1 sec. What do you think's going to happen when I walk by? You know? What do you think's going to happen? Hold on. Let me get my light back up. Where'd my light go? Oh, no. I lost the red, though. I lost the red. All right. Red's going to be gone for the night. We'll change to blue tomorrow. We will change to the blue tomorrow. Anyway. Shy. Paul Jordane, number 1. Thank you, Shy. Paul Jordane, number 1. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You see me just knock over the TV. Oopsies. All right. Christopher Barclough. Cactus Jack versus Terry Funk. Sabu versus Terry Funk. Born to be Wired, most likely. Born to be Wired. Oh, ECW. I remember that one. This second JHTP moment is sponsored by the first 24-hour bloody matches Jordane has covered. The huge board game war coming when Risk takes center stage on a future Friday night show. Yeah, Risk has to come. Risk definitely has to come. That's for sure. A monster unveil of a number 1 and more urination station from the Jordane Nation. The King Cat's approval and Chucky's bloodthirsty grin. And the JHTP big pump. By God, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Stephen Fowler, every time I think about that JBL versus Guerrero match, that damn chair shot pops up in my head. What a brutal chair shot. What a brutal chair shot it was. Wasn't that just, man. He's just, boom. And, you know, Eddie took a really, really crazy shot, but he gave his receipt. JBL got his receipt at the end. If you remember, he hit him like 2 or 3 times after that at the end of the match, whooping that ass. But in order to tell that story, in order to get really, really bloody, the bad guy had to take over. The bad guy had to take over. This JHTP 100 took that bump better than most indie workers. It is. JHTP 100. I think that's what I'm going to create. I think I'm going to print out a JHTP 100 and put it on here. Yes, just open my Insta to see you knocking down the TV. Well, you don't know what you're going to get on my streams, guys. Fuck them. Fuck them. Stephen Fowler. Oh, he fucked Eddie up. Yeah, man. No. Oh, fuck. Eddie fucked him up for sure. Oh, yeah. Eddie fucked him up. Look, at that point, you have to shake hands and say, hey, we're going to fuck each other up tonight. Cool. Sounds fun. Sounds very fun. That actually sounds very, very fun. I'd be down. All right, guys. All right, here we go. Sorry. Here we go. I got distracted because I walked back in and I knocked my TV over. The Jordane 100. What'd you call it? Jordane 100? The JHTP 100. I like JHTP 100 better. So that whenever people, new people come in and they'll be like, what does JHTP mean? It means Jordane has to pee. Then why'd you name the TV Jordane Has to Pee? Because JHTP sounds pretty fucking sweet. I'll take it. All right. Here we go. Number 1, guys. Number 1. The Great Muda versus Hiroshi Hase. Okay, now we're getting into. Now I gotta question the writer, because this is the sure you used fucking Terry Funk and Mick Foley in Japan, but this is the only other Japanese bloody matches that we have. Okay, where's the Mexican bloody matches at now? Where now we're going international. I thought we were only going American. Now you got Great Muta versus Hiroshi Hase, and I know the Great Muta is very well known in American wrestling, but come on, nobody knows who Hiroshi Hase is, and I know my fans probably know because we're wrestling people, but you know, this legendary match set the precedent by which all other bloody matches are judged. The Great Muta versus Hiroshi Hase, in 1992. That's the standard bearer in 1992. I'm kind of pissed off about number 1. And I don't even want to take away from the match. I've never even seen the match. But that's my goddamn point. What are we using here? Man? Stephen Fowler, that drink must be good. Man, it's all right. It's all right. I'm just trying to finish the goddamn thing. Bernie, what the fuck? I know! What the fuck? He's just trying to be a fucking cool guy at this point. He's like, we're going to name out all this stuff, and then you're not even going to guess what number 1's going to be. It's 1992. How is that the standard bearer? It doesn't even make sense. Now you're writing, now it doesn't even make sense. I'm glad that most people aren't too familiar with wrestling, but geez Louise, dude, come on. Bernie, Bleacher Report sheet, or should be spelled shit, writers that don't have one bump or their card and no clue about wrestling. Way too many missed on this list. Yeah. Muda and Hase was a bloodbath? would think that to be a Matt classic, not a bloodbath. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, that's not even like a. They're not even like. Man, what kind of horse shit? Let's see if they have a link. You got a link? No, of course you don't have a fucking link. Shitty ass. And here, let me. Is Bleacher Report the British company? Because I get very annoyed when I click on my YouTube and I hear, "Oh man, John Cena," with your fucking stupid ass British accent. I'm tired of hearing. God damn. Can any American? And I know the American YouTubers are way too controversial. Y'all don't play. I know it. I've seen too many American YouTubers, commentators. And y'all motherfuckers don't play, but y'all get it. Like, control your language so that we're not just influxed with all these British fuck faces. Oh, hey man, I'm WWE Bleacher Report. Here we go. Top 10 matches from the past 10 years. It's all WWE stuff. Yeah, for the broad audience. Okay? And I'm just like, ugh. Can my people do something? Fuck, I'm tired of these Canadians and UK fucks coming over here and acting like they know our shit. God. Bernie, you want to see blood? Check. Oh, no, not Bill Alfonso. I know exactly where you're going. Check out Bill Alfonso and his match with Beulah in ECW. That one was intense. Woman versus man, and Beulah beat the living shit out of him. So it was that's a good one. But here's the thing, like Beulah, fucking Beulah and Bill Alfonso, that was a good fucking match, man. I kind of feel like I want to write that down, because if we take out the technical ability aspect and you just have them beating the shit out of each other, they beat the shit out of each other really, really well. Oh, man. Good one. Bernie, I haven't seen that one. Laugh out loud. Have to find that one. Gotta find that one, brother. Gotta find that one. Christopher Barclough, I don't think so. Bernie, no. But I do know Bleacher Report is working with WWE at times now. I'm sure most of them are probably working with WWE. I mean, they're like, WWE hires people based off of their Instagram following. Like we got fucking badass wrestlers out there, but they're going to hire the person with the better Instagram following. Guess why? And it's not that that's not a, that's not like it's not worth something, but it's not wrestling. Your skill's not wrestling. Your skill's getting attention on the internet, which is good. You're good at getting attention, but are you a wrestler? Christopher Barclough, I'm so very sorry I came in late. That's okay. The show is here. You'll be able to. You can see the whole show. Don't worry about that. It's just like Alex over here. May check when this article was released and by whom. This article was released in 2011 by the Bleacher Report. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. SHTP. So, all right, now let's hear their explanation, because this is fucking horseshit. Now I got to talk to my blood. Now I have to talk to my deathmatch wrestler friends and see, like, if this is something that gets them, or if this is just the Bleacher Report trying to be fucking cool guy bros who, like, ooh, I know something you don't. Here's a match. Ha ha ha. Like, come on. Like, fucking, that's number one? I want to yell at you so much. This legendary match set the precedent by which all bloodbath matches are. The Great Muta versus Hiroshi wrestled in a legendary match. Legendary in the sense that the Great Muta bled for his art badly. That's so cornball. We all bleed for our art, okay? We're not fucking painters. We're pro wrestlers. We actually bleed for our art. But God, when you put it like that, you're so corny, it makes me not want to admit it. I bleed for my art. Yeah, okay, got it. Fuck off. You cut yourself. Cool. Like, come on. The cut that opened up on Muta was a bad one indeed, causing wrestler KG Muta's face to become a proverbial crimson mask. Like the first 24 matches that were on here. The first 24 matches. Not like it was that big of a deal then, huh? That Wrestling Insiders began to use the match as a litmus test for bloody bouts. Oh, so you're talking about Wrestling Insiders. The Wrestling Insiders were fans who were talking to each other at that time. That's all it is. They're just fans. Just fans they're not Wrestling Insiders. What Wrestling Insiders don't talk like, I'm a Wrestling Insider. Wrestling Insiders don't talk like that. God. If you ever hear someone talking about a match and how it rates on the Muta scale, now you know why. Muta scale? Muta scale. Man. Let's see the Muta scale. Because I know how many times I've been backstage with so many old school wrestlers and they were like, oh man, you got so much blood on a Muta scale? That was like 8 to 10. No. That's not a fucking... He's making shit up. And majority of the people aren't insider. Like, this turned into something completely different. Because now I'm shitting all over this writer. Because, like, this is fucking horseshit. And this doesn't make any sense at all. And now they're trying to be like, oh, man, trying to be, like, full of shit. Gordon Soley rolling over in his grave. The Crimson Mask is not Muta versus Hase. Damn it. I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. This doesn't make any fucking sense. They are so... All good, Chris. Christopher Barclough. Yeah, all good, Chris. All good, guys. Oh, no, fucking nothing serious, guys. Nothing serious. They are so worried about their image over the fucking wrestling. Just look at their creative application. Wrestling knowledge, not a requirement. What the fuck? Yeah. They're just trying to show... Basically, while he was writing this, he wants you to think that he is like a fucking smart wrestling guy. And he knows his shit. And you fucking nerd. You don't know shit. You're a fucking idiot. And you just read about the shit and you never lived it. Live the fucking shit, why don't you? And then you'll understand a little bit. Maybe a little bit, but probably not. Because you're fucking too stupid. Go write some more articles. But don't get off of wrestling because you don't know the shit. You don't know the fucking shit. Get off of it and move on. And let people who have actually lived it and actually understand the business fucking write about it so they can actually not ill-inform the audience. Because you're ill-informing the audience right now. A Muta scale. A Muta scale. A Muta scale. Now you know why. It's because all other matches are being measured up to this one. The bloodiest match in... I'm going to cringe. I'm going to throw up. I'm just like so done. I'm so done with this. I'm so done with this. This horse shit has made me so mad. Oh, god damn. God damn. Oh, god damn. It's because all other matches, because you know, right. God, this turned into me wanting to fucking beat the living shit out of every Bleacher Report. I want to beat you up, Bleacher Report, even though I know you're not British. I'm tired of the British fucks talking about wrestling, and I'm tired of the Bleacher Report fucking being horrendous, even though this was 2011, so this is an old article. Not much I can do about that. It is what it is. Bernie, it says on the job application screen, wrestling knowledge not needed. That's as bad as a Muta scale. I know, a Muta scale? A Muta scale? Nobody has a Muta scale. It's not a Muta scale. It says on the job application screen, Christopher Barclough, when I go to wrestling shows, people don't know shit about wrestling. That's true too. That's true too, Christopher. Yeah, it is what it is at that point. Bernie, Starcade 1985 has more blood in one night than Great Muta bled in his entire career. And I know, and that's nothing against Muta, and that's nothing against Hasi, but like, dude, come on. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't agree. I don't agree with this list. I don't agree with it at all. I don't think that they had the right idea when it came to number one. Number one? Number one? Now you're being stupid. Now you just want number one to be an obscure thing that most people don't know, but inside wrestling people know. But come on, dude. Like, this doesn't... Just cornball. Bleacher Report, drizzling shits. All the other wrestling shits on there are drizzling shits. Guys, if you pay attention, just remember... Most of these wrestling YouTubes are kind of like me. Like, I'm out here all by myself, and you got to make up some shit, and you got to try to come up with some shit. And they do a video every single day, like I do a stream almost every single day, and you got to come up with content. So, God, that article pissed me off, though. Number one, I'm going to go back and watch the match, though, because now I got to make a point. Now I got to see. That's probably going to be the first one from my list that I got to watch now. Just so that, like, and I'll admit, if I'm fucking wrong right here, I'll admit it. I haven't seen this match in a long time, but I got to see it now. We'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. All right. I'm going to hit up that comment section one more time, and then we're going to end it here. I love you guys, and I'm glad that you all were here. No show tomorrow. We'll be back on Friday. Christopher Barclough, when people ask me about wrestling, I tell them when the history, they look at me like I'm an idiot. That's okay. At least you know, Christopher. This is your shit. This is my shit. This is our shit. Most people aren't going to share in our shit. It's just a fun activity for them to do at the time. Let them enjoy themselves. We'll be the nerds. We're the wrestling nerds here. Let us be the wrestling nerds. Most people aren't wrestling nerds, guys. Don't worry about that. That's okay. That's just how it goes. We can't really worry about that. But yeah, you're not the idiot though, Christopher, because you know about wrestling. You know. But Bernie, hell, Hogan versus Hansen in Tokyo Dome. Oh! Days after WrestleMania 6 was a bloodbath from Japan. That was worthy. Hogan versus Hansen. Dude, it blew my mind when I found out that Hogan wrestled Hansen. I was just like, what? Wrestling is a buffet. Plenty for all to enjoy. That's a good point. Very, very good point, Bernie. I love that. That's a very good point. And it's true, though. Like, WWE does have their flavor. AEW is trying to distinguish themselves as a different flavor, even though they're using most of WWE's talent that WWE released and WWE didn't want to use anymore. Where's Paul Jordane? Paul Jordane's right here. Have I been? No, I'm not a WWE or AEW guy. I'm just beating people's asses. Bernie. Wrestling is a buffet, plenty for all to enjoy. I love that. We're going to end it on that. Wrestling is a buffet, guys. Plenty for all to enjoy. My final thoughts on this is bloodbaths in professional wrestling are important. They shouldn't be what you do all the time, but there definitely is a place for them, because how many people have gotten into a bloodbath type of fight? Lots of people have, guys. Lots of people have. But with all this being said, I'm going to hit the comments one last time, and then we're going to get out of here. Especially a huge piece of cake birthday cake for the man, Jordane. Tomorrow, glory be the date, August 5th. Thank you, brother. Happy birthday to myself. Happy birthday to Bruiser. I hope everybody has a good night. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm going to see you all Friday. I'm going to see if I can get a special guest in here on Friday so that we can have a fun little bit. I think that the Friday nights, I'm going to try to get different guests in here, and we'll see how that goes for a little while. But like I said, I'm going to be working on a bunch of different things, and I am working on a bunch of different things. And as you see as we go, they'll be all pushed out there. But anyway, guys, I love you all. Peace out. Chicken grease out. And if you need to remember this. Fuck Bleacher Report. Bernie. And piss off Bleacher Report. Happy birthday. Thank you, Christopher Barclough. I do appreciate that. Lori, good night. Good night, guys. Good night.